Hello dear viewers, a very warm welcome to our channel. It's very good to have you here. In this video, we are going to have a look at what you should check when buying a used electric car. Buying a used EV is similar to buying a used gasoline car in many ways, but it requires a completely different set of key checks. The goal here is to assess the health of the most expensive component, the battery, and ensure the supporting tech is functional. There are some EV specific checks that you need to undergo before going for a purchase. Well, there are three checks that you need to perform which are specific to EV. One is the battery state of health. Second is the charging history and capability. Third is the thermal management. You have to check these three. Now, what do I mean by these three? Well, let's begin from the battery state of health. This is the most important factor. The battery is the heart of the EV and its most expensive component to replace. Now, how can you check the state of health of the battery? Well, begin by asking for a report. Request the seller to provide a battery health report. Many manufacturers have diagnostic tools or service modes that can generate this. A report will show the battery's state of health as a percentage of its original capacity. And you can also use an OBD2 scanner. For many vehicles that have compatible OBD2 scanner, you can use a car scanner to read the exact state of charge, a state of health of the battery, voltage balance, and the number of charge cycles. Then, do real-world range test. Fully charge the car and see what the dashboard range estimate displays. There is a gas odometer which tells you the range to be covered by the current state of charge. Then compare this to the original EPA range for that model and year. For example, a 2017 Chevy Bolt originally had 238 miles of range with a full charge. If a fully charged one now shows 210 miles, it means the battery has lost 12% of its capacity. This is a rough but useful test to determine the real world range. Now, once you perform all these checks, what are the acceptable ones? Degradation is normal. Expect 2 to 3% loss in the first year and approximately 1% per year after that. A car with under 80% state of health should be considered carefully, as degradation can accelerate and it may soon need replacement. So, the first check you have to do is check the battery state of health. The second thing is charging history and capability. Charging speed affects battery health. For example, DC fast charging affects battery health. Confirm the car has the DC fast charging option if you plan to take trips. This was an expensive optional extra on many earlier models. Check the charge port of the large DC fast charge pins. And check the charging cables as well. Ensure the car comes with its original charging cable. Replacing it is very expensive as well. And don't forget to test the charge. If possible, plug the car into a level 2 public charger or verify it starts charging without error. That is very crucial. So that is how you can check charging history and charging capability. And third, don't forget thermal management system. The battery cooling and heating system is very critical for long-term health and fast charging. So, ask if the battery has cooling system ever been serviced or had any issues. And check for errors as well. You can use a scanner, an OBD2 scanner, to look for historical or pending fault codes related to the battery thermal management. This is very crucial. Why it matters? Cars without active liquid cooling system suffer from much faster battery degradation, especially in hot climates. That is why it's very critical that you know your thermal management system is taking care of the battery needs. There are also some pre-purchase inspections and test drive checklists that you need to follow. Before you go, just do the paperwork. Warranty status has to be checked, service history have to be checked, and check for recalls as well. Check the original in-service date. The battery and powertrain warranty is typically 8 years or 100,000 miles or 120 miles for some vehicles. See if it is still active and if it is transferable to a second owner. Look for records of regular maintenance and any battery-related repairs or software updates. And verify all open recalls have been addressed, especially those related to the battery or high voltage system. These are some of the pre-checks. And once you go looking at the vehicle, do exterior and interior inspection. Body condition has to be checked, for example. As with any car, check for accident damage. Poor repair work can damage high voltage cables running under the car. Look at the tire. Check the status of the tire. EVs are heavy and torque heavy, causing uneven tire wear. Check the inner and outer edges of the tire. Test all electronics. With the car on ready mode, test infotainment screen for climate control, power windows, and also don't forget to check all lights. Regenerative braking need to be checked as well. Ensure it engages smoothly when you lift off the accelerator as well. Then go for a test drive. Feel it and listen. When accelerating, the car should pull strong and smoothly from a stop without any jerking or stuttering. And when you apply brake, the transition from regenerative braking to physical friction brake should be seamless. There should be no grinding, no vibration or odd noises. Also, check the suspension system and the steering system. Listen for clacks or rattle over bumps. EVs are heavier, so suspension components can wear out faster. And listen for any abnormal noise. The car should be very quiet. Listen for any unusual whines from the motor or whining from the battery cooling system that seems excessive. And if possible, check vehicle history and general used car checks. Don't forget the standard due diligence. For example, get the VIN report and check if there is any flood damage. Be extra vigilant for signs of water damage in the interior and trunk. Water and high voltage systems are deadly combinations, so give this point very due attention. And look at the ownership history. A one owner car with a consistent service history is always preferable. So priority number one when purchasing a used EV is to verify the battery state of health. Aim for something greater than 85%. As we have said earlier, if it is less than 80%, batteries will start to degrade faster. So verify battery state of health and aim for battery greater than 85%. Priority number two, confirm remaining battery warranty. Priority number three, check for DC fast charging capability if you need it. Priority number four is perform a thorough test drive, focusing on electronics, regenerative braking, and acceleration. Priority number five is get a pre-purchase inspection from a specialist. You can go to the dealership or independent EV mechanic for pre-purchase inspection. They can run deep diagnostic on the battery, the high voltage systems that you can't. Buying a used EV can be a fantastic value, but the mantra is trust, but verify. A little extra homework can save you from a very expensive battery replacement down the road. Well, that is all we have for you regarding some of the things that you need to consider when going for purchasing of a used EV. That is all we have for you in this video. If you enjoyed what has been presented in this video, please do smash the like button. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing, turn on notifications so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.